my time. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what deep mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta be change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you
Coach, we are 15 miles due. IAA Bank. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! 21. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go,
a loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I'll bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. On play action, now Garoppolo. Got his man, it's caught. Jaguars. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
The Steelers take over. Let's go. At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Man up, defense.
On 2nd down now. It's Love. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down. Territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Garoppolo again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Here we go, here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go, here we go. 180! White.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Right, here we go. 180!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch 54. You must be
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. That will get the lead up to 14. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 10.
The first down carry here for Johnson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 26 and a first down. On first down, here's Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Kendall Beckwith on the stop. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This is Love. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, you got deep? Shit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the number 1 spot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
3 down. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Let's go, defense. Let's go. Defense. Go. Mike. Go. 51. Wild Bill. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
He'll look to throw. Able to locate Wilson.
You ain't going nowhere.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
51 for Mike. Not today, you won't. Not today.
Looking to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead.
31. Steelers 20. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Here we go. 180.
That's good.
Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back to you. Check.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now this throw caught left side. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Michael Gallup, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Check it back. Check it back.
They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Airing it out for Hamilton. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Nifty footwork at the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Samson Ebukam. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Steelers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Come on, fellas.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. On the move to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around 7. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Airing it out for Hamilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"